Welcome back to another episode. We are glad to have you here. If there's anybody here, I can't see how many people are watching. I frankly don't care. Thanks, patrons, Frank and Hope. It's there's a lot of things that are going to be going on in the background that you're not going to see. If you want to see it, jump on over to Patreon. Come on.
You know you want to.
The guys in chat, girls in chat, you guys have been great. Thanks for coming back. Ern says we have no sound.
We've got sound. It's fine. I clicked it when we're all good.
So before we start rolling into everything, I want to take a moment of silence in honor of our dear friend Chris Lethal Coil's fur brother, who crossed the Rainbow Bridge last night. We've all had friends and family and pets pass away. Let's face it, pets are family.
They are family.
Especially, I believe Chris had his dog for 18 years.
Yeah.
18 years. He had him for a long time.
That's definitely a tough thing to handle.
Thinking about you, Chris.
Definitely. I don't know if he's going to jump in chat tonight or not. I did get to talk to him a little bit earlier this morning. He's just having a tough time processing it at the moment, which is definitely understandable. And if anybody's having a difficult time with anything, doesn't matter if it's a loss or just in general, you can reach out to any one of us or anybody. Just reach out to someone. We got some updates. Angela's trying to sell her house.
Oh my god. You guys. Okay, let me just start off by saying the DFW market is crazy right now with trying to sell. People are literally in a bidding war. I mean, good for sellers, right? But it's nuts. People are literally outbidding each other by like 20 and 30 and upwards of thousands of dollars.
Bloody hell.
Crazy. And trying to work full time, be a mom, be a wife, have regular life stuff. People all the time. 6 o'clock in the morning, we were getting requests to see our house. 6
That's
o'clock
ridiculous.
In the morning today. Hey, we'd like to see the house. No, go fuck yourself. Not at 6 o'clock in the morning. You're not sending that to me. No, not happening. So it's crazy. So yeah, that's why I wasn't on last week, because I had a showing right at the time that we go live.
That's mental.
Yeah. So some minor changes have been made to Patreon. Those who are members will have seen those. I went in and tidied up the description and what we're offering to those.
I think we've oh, there he is.
I actually added another tier as well to kind of spread things out just a bit more to make it more amicable for everybody. If anybody can afford it, I'm not telling you to break your bank to give us money, but hang out. Come on. We encourage you to join because definitely have some cool shit planned. I'm going on vacation the beginning of next month, and I do plan on posting up some Patreon only videos and pictures and whatnot. Maybe do a live on Patreon or something. We'll figure out those details when the time comes. But there's some shenanigans are gonna happen, and everybody likes shenanigans.
This is the right place for that.
If you haven't heard, crawl out from under that fucking rock that you've been living under. Governor Andrew Cuomo, party tits, he has resigned due to being an Uncle Touchy and a complete fuck up. But so what?
Nipple touchy.
Anyway, we're hoping the citizens from New York can somehow band together and hopefully overturn the erroneous flavor ban that he added into a COVID bill at 2 a.m. And his resignation does take effect in about 14 days from yesterday or the day before. Either way, he's out. He's on his way out. Hopefully the door hits him in the ass. Adam, did you ask what an Uncle Touchy was?
I thought you said nipple touchy. I was like, how is he a nipple toucher? I really don't understand.
Party tit. You know why we call him party tit?
No.
Because he's got his nipples pierced. And in a news conference, he was wearing like a very sheer, like Under Armour polo, and you could see
it.
Bing and the two bars from the two balls from the barbells on either side.
Sloan, have you ever seen The Sopranos?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say it was bada bing, like you could. It was on.
Oh mate, it just seems grim.
Actually, he's like a 60-year-old man. Like,
yeah,
they're probably new as well.
Maybe his brother or his cousin, whoever he is, will take a hike as well. Because I've been fairly quiet as far as the calls to action go. We've gone over a bunch. Forgive me for not remembering all of them. It's a daunting task even just thinking about it. But thankfully, we're a little quiet on that side. Always keep an eye on their site. Always follow them. Join them. It's free. You know, you can follow them anywhere, everywhere. Just do it. You can't advocate to a vapor because it's like talking to a wall. You have to go and advocate to the smokers, the non-vapors, the non-believers.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's do it. Do it. And I completely jumped over fucking buffets and drinks and
that's okay.
fucking morons.
It's the shit. It's the
Bye.
Saturday shit show. It's funny.
All right, I'll go first. I don't care. Tonight we've got little mouth to lung action, always with the ether and the Paramore side by side with 12 milligram Sifu Stash, the Rougon Rouge. It's like an apple vanilla tobacco. Oh. And ladies and gentlemen, Leia has gotten a polish.
Ooh.
We got the Aspen Modco Monarch Leia with the OXVA Arbiter, 28 millimeter on top, loaded up with Juice Head Mango Strawberry.
Yum.
Buddy RJ sent me. Why is this not focusing? Whatever, I don't care. You can see it. And as far as drinks, ASMR, and that just splattered all over my screen. We've got a local brew, Cranston Thug Life. It's made by Union Station Brewery in downtown Providence, Rhode Island. They're actually one of my customers at work, and it is an amazing, like fruity IPA, but doesn't have that like dry finish of an IPA. very clean, but it's hazy as fuck. It's like orange
Ooh.
juice.
That does look like chunky orange juice.
That's delicious. So who's going next?
Go on, Angela.
Oh, Angela's up next.
I feel like we just played kickball.
Yeah.
I actually have a whole bunch of stuff. I have some water, because water, it's like really hot, it's raining, it's humid, it sucks. Okay. I have this amazing peanut butter coffee, iced coffee that Nicholas made. You guys see like all the whip and stuff?
I was about to say, have you already finished it?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh my god. It was really good. So you guys haven't seen me on for a little bit, but wow, I'm like really shaking the laptop. I did not mean to do that. Nicholas and I have been doing keto. He has lost 70 pounds. He's a big guy. They're gonna lose weight quicker. I've lost 6. What? But I'm like celebrating it. But I'm down like 1 dress size, so I'll take it. You know. But yeah, this is actually a keto coffee, which is not bad at all. It's got like some peanut butter with like MCT oil inside of the peanut butter stuff. So good. And then for my adult bevy, I found this stuff actually when I was playing cornhole at a work event. I've never played cornhole in my life. God, I sound like such a city girl, don't I? I'm like, but I did. I never played cornhole. So one of my little coworker guys from Arkansas was like, "Come on, Angela, let's play cornhole." And I was like, "All right, let's do it." So I noticed on their cornhole, I don't know what you call that, like the platform board, they had these things called Honda. It's like Honda with no H. And I was like, oh, shit, it's a sparkling tequila lime ranch water, right? If you guys don't know what ranch water is, it's tequila and sparkling water. But I'm not a White Claw girl. I hate that shit. I tried the Topo Chico. I do not like it at all. I think it's awful. Sorry. Truly, I didn't like. I think it's something about like, I don't know, like it's the
Sparkling
whole
water
sparkling
tastes like
water with beer.
Slept on your arm.
It yes, and it also tastes like chalk. Like I don't like that. But I do like this one. It's like what, like 1 or 2 carbs. I can't even remember. Oh, 0 carbs, 0 sugar.
Oh, nice.
So it's a good way to have a little bevy. Enjoy some Texas summer. Yeah, dude. Tequila for days.
So what you vaping on?
Oh, what am I vaping? I'm like, this is
Yeah,
what I'm drinking.
I'm
I got double fist. I got the coffee. And the ranch water. I'm still just kind of hanging because all my batteries are charging. So I'm still just hanging out with my Aegis. And I'm the very end of my guava lava. So I went ahead and pulled over some menthol because I'm like, I want some blueberry menthol.
Ooh.
So I'm like, that's gonna go well, I think, with the ranch water. It's lime flavored ranch water.
Nom nom.
It is. I love nom nom. So good.
Right, it's over to me then.
Yeah, your turn. Next.
I'm drinking water.
Yes.
I got Heavy Hitter Drop 1.5, and in that I've got some English Digi Vape Sweet Lime Slush, which is really good. And then I've got the Alien RDTA on the Odin 100, and in that I've got Cappuccino by Buddha Vapes.
That RDTA looks like a butt plug.
It's lovely. It does look a bit ugly, but I really like it. And yeah, that's pretty much me. I've got nothing else, so I'm keeping it short and sweet tonight. And plus, most of my batteries are on charge as well, so I don't really have much choice. Oh, we got Vaping Skull Facing. Hello, mate.
I love that name. vaping skull face.
He's a English dude. He's just started doing being a promoter. So no, it's good. Yeah, so that's me. There's nothing else to vape on.
So Duchess is either taking the piss out of you or he's not, because he said it twice now that we are both quiet and you're super loud.
But that's right. There you go. Go on.
Did we figure it out?
We gotta wait.
Yes, maybe. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, that what yeah, fuck it. I don't know. I'm just gonna fuck off. Tonight's main topic: scalpers and reboots. Reboot a new imagining or a new imagining to an old story. Or remake same story, just new ideas. And well, Adam didn't know what a scalper is, but I'm sure some of our friends in chat do. Basically, buying a load of merchandise or tickets or what have you, and increasing the price for profit. Which I get it. Some of us are collectors and we want to get the new hotness, but there are some things.
Really hard to go find Pokemon cards or anything else. And it's really hard to look at your kids and be like, sorry, all the adults took them because they're greedy and they're going to flip them and they're going to make money off people. Instead of, it's the same thing that happened like with Build-A-Bear. All these adults started.
Sorry, I fixed
started
everything. We're all good.
Yay! all these
You
adults.
did or your wife did?
I did. She's just told me that she was going, I can't hear anything. I can't hear. So I just picked it out and I sorted it. So I apologise to everybody.
Oh God.
Hey,
Sorry
it wouldn't be across the pond without at least 100 dangle clacks.
And it's on me. And it's on me.
Bare minimum. We have to have at least 100.
That's all right. See, like on my side, Josh is frozen. Oh wait, there he is. Oh my God. I just used gypsy magic and you like you worked. Amazing.
Oh yeah, sorry for butting in.
No. All good. Yeah. No, it's just
at least like it's not like it was like last month where we had 0 video.
I told we nearly hit the 1,000 errors. I think that was nearly a record.
The dangliest of clacks.
Well, if I'm going to be honest with you, looking at we haven't had anything, so we hardwired in, so we're all good on the internet front.
Yay!
Yeah, new computer, hardwired internet. Big spender over here.
Oh, I wouldn't really call it big spender. It's more
oh, Duchess, I agree with that.
But yeah, sorry, we're talking about.
Seeing as how we completely cut off Angela right at the knee.
It's important, I want people to be able to hear us and see us and hang out, man. Appreciate you guys being here.
So, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I saw this a lot. Like my kids, and they're older, right? Well, older. They're not little, but they still love going to Build-A-Bear and just seeing what are the special edition, whatever that they have. And
I like going to Build-A-Bear, and I'm 35 years old.
Right. But here's the difference, Josh. Here's the difference. When they came out with the Build-A-Bear Pokemon, literally adults were trampling over kids to buy them up and flip them like on eBay and stuff. And dude, are you really gonna like trample over a kid for a Psyduck or whatever? Like, this is a 2-year-old. Shame on you. You know what? But
I need that Turbo Man doll.
But they're doing it. So what did Build-A-Bear do? They decided to do a lot of their things online only because literally the children were getting trampled in their stores. I'm like, that's awful.
It is kind of a good way to prevent that from happening, but I think at the same point you're opening it up to bots and adults with endless income, or all they do is work to do these things and resell them. So that just
have you guys seen anything like that going on where you guys are at?
Not particularly. I don't pay attention to the card market as close as I used to. My kids aren't really into the cards. I mean, Mackenzie she'll get a pack of cards and she'll be like, "Yay!" and then they just end up under her bed. She's very much into video games and Minecraft and Roblox and Animal Crossing, and so if there's anything that's coming out for those, like Nintendo cards or anything like that, she's all about that.
Yeah.
And those are usually pretty readily available. I do have to say, during lockdown, when we were trying to buy a Switch for ourselves, there was like nothing.
None. And why is that?
Because everybody wanted to play video games because they were bored out of their fucking minds. And adults with adult money can go out and buy 4 or 5 of them that the Best Buy had, and then turn around and sell them for $500 or $600 to make a profit.
And that's exactly what happened. Bots bought up a lot of the PS5s, so people didn't get it. It's ridiculous.
Holy fucking clouds, Batman.
Yay, clouds!
Yeah, we had it quite bad when I was a kid with Pogs. I don't know if you ever had Pogs.
Oh, yes!
Yes!
We had people buy, because they used to be £1 for a pack. And then used to be able to go to like our version of Costco's and buy them in bulk. So you'd get like people buying them in bulk, and then you wouldn't be able to get them in the shops. Because we was obsessed with Pogs when we was kids.
God, I forgot all about those.
Yeah, Pogs, and what else was it? It was
we special edition slammers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had that, and then Pokemon cards sort of flew off the shelves really quickly. So people were selling them for like triple the price. So you'd end up having to go to like we have like a shopping centre that just specialised in like Chinese, Japanese, like anime, and like majority Pokemon stuff. And rather than say like spending £1 on a pack, you'd be spending like £4.50, and they would have queues out the door. So that was when I was younger, but obviously not when you say about PlayStation 5. So I was talking to a guy at work, and he was saying that there's hardly any about. So a lot of the shops are doing lotteries, like you sign up with your email, and if you get picked, you get a code, and you have to go into the shop, show them your code, and then you're allowed to buy one. But I can't believe
good way around it.
Yeah, it's because when they come out, people were buying like 7, 8, 9, or however many was left.
Yeah.
And you can go into the shops around here, and they're in the window for like £1,000. And people are buying them.
eBay is full of them that are completely overinflated in price.
And Josh, like you and I follow like coffee mugs, right? Some of the prices that people ask for some of these specialty coffee mugs are ridiculous.
Perfect example would be the latest Dropkick Murphys St. Patrick's Day mug. It's beautiful. It's
the one with the death moth on it?
Oh, maybe there was a different one. The one with the rose-colored patch?
Oh, the rose tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay, that was from 2 years
Was-
ago.
I don't know. It's the first one. It's the first one that I got.
Okay.
I paid retail with a discount because at the time I was a subscriber. It was $37.
And how much is it being flipped for now?
$500-600.
Oh, no way.
From
No way.
That,
For a coffee mug.
The St. Patty's Day that you sent me,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that probably $300-400.
These people are out of their minds.
Yeah.
But
for a
you,
coffee
but
mug.
but you know what? There
Don't
are
get me wrong.
people that are gonna pay it.
Don't get me wrong. When it comes, so it's not your run of the mill coffee mug. Deneen pottery, it's all hand thrown.
Right.
Every mug is slightly different in the glazing and even the way it's been shaped and how it was formed when it was fired.
Yep.
So it's really cool. So I was lucky enough to get number 24 out of 5,000 for that St. Patrick's Day mug that I purchased. Do I want to sell it? No. Could I and be stupid and have somebody pay a stupid amount of money? Because yeah, they will. Which I find is ridiculous.
See, I struggle paying £3 for a mug. So I don't want to spend any more than a couple.
That's because you're English and you guys are tight-fisted. But so again, going back to vaping. When this came out,
That was the first Monarch ever sold.
these were like $400 and some odd dollars.
Do you want me to tell you how much they were? They were $475.
There is no way I would have ever been able to buy one myself. Did I look at other people and say that they were dumb for purchasing one? No. Because this is a work of art. My camera sucks for some reason, but the stab wood and the resin in it is absolutely beautiful. It is a piece of art. Could somebody potentially want to sell this for more money? Probably. Will they get it? Probably.
Probably.
Because Aspen Modco doesn't exist anymore.
And those stab woods are highly sought after.
And it's a mech. So there's really nothing to go wrong with it. It'll work forever for as long as you have batteries for it.
And as long as you take care of it.
But that's not going to leave my hands. It's not every day a friend of yours goes, "Here, have a fight."
Uh-oh. Look out.
Have a $500 mod.
Sometimes they do, though.
So, scalpers. We all hate them. There is no use for them. Now, mind you, there are websites that do something similar. But what they do is they have a deal with places like Ticketmaster and Live Nation and what have you. Those are available in the States. I don't know about the UK. But tickets will go on sale at a certain time. Once they reach a low enough number, which is usually like either standing room only or general admission. Shit.
There, Josh.
They'll make a deal. We'll buy the rest of your tickets at a discounted price and then resell them on our website. Those, they only increase the price pennies on the dollar. They know that they weren't going to be able to sell the rest of them. So for companies like, specifically Live Nation, they get paid with ticket sales. If they have 200 tickets left, they're not going to make money on those 200 tickets. So they need to get rid of them. So you got places like StubHub that will buy those 200 tickets for the cost of maybe 125 and then resell them on StubHub for just a little bit of an elevated price to cover their back end.
Yeah.
That I have no problem with. That's how business works.
Right.
It's when the individual buys a 2-pack for Elton John, who is already an absorbent amount of money to see in the first place, and then jacks that shit up 3, 4, 5-fold. And when you're getting into the collector's items, like Transformers and Power Rangers and even Pokemon cards, the older ones, the older versions, the ones that we all grew up on, are making a comeback. Now they're redesigning those toys, but on card or in box, those toys are still worth money. To my 5-year-old, my 8 to 10-year-old self, I didn't know, okay, this is 1999 for whatever small figure on card. I don't know what that means. It's $20. I know that much. That same figure, fast forward to me being 35, still in the box, never been used, probably $300. Yeah, I can see that because it's appreciated. It's never been taken out of the box. It's never been played with. It is, in fact, a collector's item. When you are going to Walmart and buying Walmart exclusive releases and turning around and selling them for a profit, fuck off.
Yep. Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you, buddy.
Yep.
Stop. No.
We always say if it says collector's edition, there's no point buying it because they make so many of them. It's not really going to be be worth anything in years. It's always the stuff that is just sort of mass produced.
Yeah, there are some things that are mass produced. Like I follow Power Rangers and Transformers. That was my thing. That is still my thing. Some of the forums and stuff like that. The newest release is the Lightning Collection for Power Rangers. They're $25, $30. Resale market probably 35, 40. They're not worth much more even to a collector because they're a remake of the old MMPR figures. The very first series, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that was based off of Super Sentai. They're not worth as much as if you were to find that original figure from 1992. There are the Legacy, not the Lightning, the Legacy collection. That is a limited numbered release. There's different materials used. The morpher is actually metal versus plastic. The lights and sounds are crisper and clearer. There's interchangeable colors for the grid. So there's add-ons. But those are worth money. One of those probably $90. Some asshole is definitely going to get his hands on one of those, or multiple if he can, and sell it for $200-$300. And a kid, or even an adult for that matter, someone who is in their 30s, who loved the Power Rangers as a kid, and doesn't have any of his shit left over, wants to buy that for himself and display it in his office, or his man cave, or whatever, you just took the wind out of his sails because it's now $300 because you bought the last fucking one, and now he's got to go to eBay.
Do you remember when Tamagotchis come out?
Oh,
yes.
Dude. And how hard. I think my mum and dad queued for a good couple of hours to get me.
It was, and they were cheap back then.
No.
Relatively speaking.
Yeah.
But they made a resurgence. We bought Mackenzie one. It was like $65. But you know what? Now she doesn't fucking play with it.
That's what always happens. You
Yeah,
guys, like, I lived through the Cabbage Patch Kid craze. Like, that was a thing, you know?
Shit, yeah.
I mean, my, like, great aunt at the time worked for Toys R Us, and she had, even being an employee, she had to go stock one down and get it to my mom to surprise me with on Christmas when I was, like, 6. I mean, it was a whole thing, like, people fighting. Now, like, my kids see them and they're like, man, those dolls are really creepy. I don't know why you ever like
they are
that.
creepy though.
They
proper
are creepy. They are creepy. But like, Josh, I totally hear what you're saying. Like, I wanted to kind of like, so my action figure world as a kid, toys were very segregated when I was a child. I wanted to play with He-Man so bad, but it was a boys' toy. So no one's allowed to play. Boys play with boys' toys. Here, you play with a girl's toy. Well, I didn't like strawberry shortcake. The only thing I ever did with my Barbie was like cut off her hair and paint it red and put Ken suit on. She's Annie Lennox. Like, I was very imaginative. Like, I didn't want regular girly toys, you know.
Tribal Buddha just threw it way back with a Teddy Ruxpin.
Teddy Ruxpin, yep.
Couldn't even tell you that was.
I still have my Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh hell yeah! Put Metallica
at my mom and dad's house.
That's awesome.
Yep.
You should go look those up. See how much those are going for. I bet Grubby's worth even more.
Probably. I think we have one of those too. One of the kids, Mackenzie, slept with it for God knows how long, and then it's still poking around here somewhere. This is another thing. We're gonna go all night talking about fucking vintage toys.
No, that's okay. Like, I love vintage toys. Like,
well, it's not vintage, but I remember my sister was obsessed with Beanie Babies.
I still have some.
Oh, we've got boxes and stuff, and she even got like the ones that come in the little perspex boxes.
Yeah.
And these are going to be worth a fortune when I'm older. They're still sitting in the loft. There's a couple of hundred up there. But apparently they're not as much as what they thought they would be, because they pumped out so many. Everyone and their kids got one.
Ern just found his first generation Grimlock.
That's pretty fucking awesome. Like, see, that was the other thing. Like, I wanted, as a girl, I wanted to play. I wanted a sound wave so bad as a kid. And they were like, that's a boy's toy. You go play with girl stuff over here. So I did have a She-Ra collection. I had like shitloads. Between my cousin and I, we had like everything from wave 1, wave 2. We had the whole thing. But it always bothered me that I couldn't have a Hordak. I couldn't have Skeletor. I couldn't have these things. I wanted.
Does anybody really want Skeletor?
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I love Skeletor. And so what did I do? One day, I decided, you know what? I'm going to buy He-Man. So I started going to garage sales and like flea markets and buying up every fucking He-Man that I could find because I just wanted to play with them. And I literally have sitting right over here my Castle Grayskull. I have Snake Mountain, and the microphone still works. And it has, for me, this has nothing to do with monetary value. I could give a shit less about that.
Yeah.
I bought nostalgia. I bought an emotion. That's I think what this all comes down to. What is the cost to exchange of feelings? You know what I'm saying? And remembering and going, oh, my uncle brought over my original She-Ra castle. And I literally cried. I thought it was gone. It's missing every damn piece. But I have my original She-Ra castle that my mom bought me the last Christmas that she was alive. You can't put a fucking value on that.
No.
You can't. And it's so hard because my son's like, oh, action figures. And I'm like, dude, you can't play with my Motu collection. I'm like, I'm sorry. No. I'm like, their wrists, like their waistbands they're 40 plus, let's be honest. years old and they'll just crumble. I'm like, you can look at them, but Stridor stays up here.
That's why none of my Transformers are displayed, because the little one will get into them and they'll just break.
I've still got my original Tracy Islands. Still got Tracy Islands.
The Wuzzles.
Oh, the Wuzzles. I kind of remember the Wuzzles.
I still have my Bumbleion.
Oh, shit.
Here at the house.
Wow. What, if you guys could go back and literally still have, like, your favorite toys from your childhood, would you?
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I want to ask chat too. Like, do you still, like, think about, like, all your Star Wars that you had? I had a shitload of Star Wars toys. Actually, I didn't. I had Leia because, again, that was a boy's toy. But you couldn't have a complete collection without Leia, man. Like,
yeah. Every Jedi needs a Leia.
Yep.
I remember my sister had a Womble. You don't have the Wombles over there, do you? Did they show the Wombles?
No.
It was an old English show about these little mole-looking creatures that used to collect rubbish around Wimbledon, and they used to scare the absolute fucking shit out of me. And my sister had the toy, and whenever I was naughty, they used to put it on the end of my bed. I fucking scared the shit out of me. If there's any English people,
trash panda.
He had this long nose and these beady eyes. Oh, the Wombles. Uncle Bulgarian was a dodgy cunt.
I'm gonna have to look this up. Was it a raccoon?
No, I don't even know where. The long pointy nose. Oh, they were horrendous.
Yeah, I'm looking. Like, what is this? The Wombles characters.
The Wombles of Wimbledon. They used to go around collecting rubbish in the park.
What in the hell?
Oh my god, those are scary.
Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. They were horrendous.
They look like moles.
Yeah.
Those are not cute, at all.
That's an English kid show. And
no.
Yeah, they used to. My sister used to have the toys, and they used to put them on my bed. It was horrendous.
Oh god.
I think if I had to go back and get one toy that I had as a kid that I'd have now, was when Terminator came out. It was this big plastic thing. You had the skeleton. You used to put it in and pour this gunge in, and you used to make skin on it. You used to peel it off, so it looked like skin. Oh, to this day, if I could get hold of one of them. Did you used to have like the little things to make like jelly sweets in it? Like they like spiders and stuff. You used to mix it all up and pour it in.
Creepy crawlers?
Yes.
Something. Yeah. Oh, I love them.
Yep. All right, so now seeing as how we're on the topic of nostalgic toys,
we just go all over the place.
Well, I mean, it kind of goes into that. I don't care. So if I could go back and still have a toy from my childhood now, it would be my G1 Optimus Prime.
See, I was never into Transformers when I was a kid.
That dude, Transformers, G.I. Joe, and Power Rangers were like the thing if you were a little boy in the late 80s, early 90s.
See, I agree with the Power Rangers. I loved the original Power Rangers. And I think I told you guys before that every card that I used to write, I used to put from Adam and Kim, because I had a crush on the pink Power Ranger. But it was that and Bucky O'Hare. And Bucky O'Hare, did you have that out there? The Green Space Rabbit?
No.
See, that was another epic show. A bit trippy, but that was good.
Man, this is hard because, like, I loved my Pound Puppies.
Oh,
I still do. Oh. And My Pet Monster. Like, I always wanted to wear that dude as a backpack and take it with me everywhere. I think that would be awesome. But I never got any of these.
So you never watched Super Ted either. That was fucking incredible TV show as a kid. It was a Welsh
Bad
TV show.
balls.
It was about a teddy bear that got superpowers. He used to fly around space with this robot called Spot.
Nope.
Ern is giving me a massive nerdgasm right now.
Right?
He's got the G1 Megatron. All right, where does Ern live? I'm going there. I'll bring a bunch of vape crap, and we can just sit and just let me like transform him just once. That's all I need. I'm good.
So Ern had hit me up in Discord a couple weeks ago and asked me what I think about, and I'm just going to totally sidebar this for a second, because it kind of goes along with what we're talking about: remakes and reboots about the new Masters of the Universe Revelations collection, and what did I think about it? So, being completely honest, I don't know how I feel about this show. I think that the production was awesome, but I also felt like, you know, with 5 episodes, they're rushing everything. And I really wish that Kevin Smith would have maybe called it something else. Because I think what has happened is that, you know, the 40 plus crowd showed up waiting to see basically a remake of the Filmation, and it is not He-Man as you know it at all. So my whole family, like, we've seen, like, we own like He-Man, She-Ra, we own Dungeons and Dragons, like the cartoons. So
you asked me to watch it.
Did you watch it?
I made it through an episode and a half.
Oh,
I can't.
That bad, huh?
I love Kevin Smith.
I do too.
That man is...
I love Mark Hamill voicing Skeletor. I love this.
Okay, so it's got Kevin Smith and Mark Hamill going for it. That's about it.
Jason Mewes a stinkor. Hello.
Yeah, but...
yeah, it was...
Was it Sarah Michelle Gellar? Really?
As Tila.
Fuck
yeah. Yeah, I just... no.
Are you really, like, digging for work?
Yeah, no.
I really hope Clerks 3 isn't shit. Because after that...
Yeah. And here's the other thing. If you do not know, like, the original He-Man story, you're like, who the fuck is this? Who's this person? What's going on over here? If you didn't watch the Filmation, like, front to back and know these characters, you're totally lost in the show.
Yeah.
So, and okay, Tribal Buddha, I agree with you. I had big reservations about watching the new She-Ra Princess of Power on Netflix. I was like, God, this is going to be so bad. Like, and I really think that show they took it a totally different direction than what I'm used to in the Filmation world. But I think for my kids' generation, it worked for them. But my kids are a little different. Like, they totally respect, like, Filmation and what it did for, like, my generation when we were kids. But they're also like, yeah, I can watch this new one too, and it's pretty cool. I would have to say that if I had to pick one, She-Ra Princess of Power or He-Man Revelation, I'm going to go with She-Ra Princess of Power. Sorry, Kevin Smith.
Yeah. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't get into it. I was talking to Adam. It was like 2:30 in the morning here. I had just gotten off work. And I was like, Angela asked me to watch the new He-Man so we can talk about it on the show. And he's like, I don't think I've watched it, or I've made it like 10, 15 minutes into it.
Just don't.
Yeah, I made it as far
Just
as
don't.
how far did I get when they put the cat in the bubble when he couldn't breathe, and I was like, "Oh, fucking had enough." And I think that was about
Yeah.
7 minutes in. And do you know
Episode
what I
and
ended up watching? I ended up watching the fucking Simpsons. So
Hell yeah.
I was like, "Fuck this! I'd rather watch something that I know that's half decent." Yeah, no, I love Kevin
Oh.
Smith films, and I had high hopes for it because even though when He-Man come out, it wasn't a major thing over here. But I did when it was on, I used to watch it, and I used to enjoy watching it. But I was never like what you class a fan. But I still had that nostalgia, and oh yeah, it was great. It was great when it was on, and I was like, shit, was it really this bad when when I watched it when
No.
I was a kid?
No, because
But-
there was always a lesson at the end, a good moral lesson.
But I
And
swear he had like a
this
bob and
didn't
shit.
have anything. Oh yeah, dude, totally.
No, it just I don't know. I don't know whether it was rushed, but I think probably because I know Kevin Smith was a massive fan. He just made it how he wanted it made, not tried to keep it to the
Yeah.
original of how it was. But yeah, no, I don't think I'm not going to watch any more of it. I had to force myself to watch it to that point. And Sarah Michelle Gellar, I thought she was dead because I haven't heard anything from her for years. And when Josh was like, Sarah Michelle Gellar, I was like, must be a different one. Because she just sort of fell off the face of the earth.
yeah, she did.
Yeah.
It's not like Britney Spears, where every couple of months she'll pop back and go, I'm still crazy, I'm still here.
I'm
You know
still
what I mean?
here.
It's not like that. It's like, no, I haven't heard anything more from her. So
Well,
I
she's doing the dishwasher pod commercials with her husband, Freddie Prinze Jr. And she's like, we do it every night. And they're talking about washing dishes. I'm like,
see, we
God,
don't
y'all
get
must
that over
really
here,
need
so-
money. Y'all must really need the money.
See, I was never really a Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan either. And then they done the spin off of, what was it, Angel or something, which was the other spin off.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
on regularly, but I never sat there and watched it. It wasn't really my thing.
Oh.
On cassette. Come on, Tribal Pluto. Showing
See,
your age, bud.
Did you
If you
have
was-
did your
I would've called you even
blockbusters
older.
did your blockbusters have that Be Kind Rewind adverts?
Yep.
I missed that.
You know, there's still one Blockbuster in operation.
What?
In
It's-
Bend, Oregon.
I was just
and
gonna say
I
it's
want to
in
go.
Oregon.
Yep.
I used to love blockbusters. You keep a cassette out long enough, they'll just give it to you. I think I had
Hey, the
Willy
late fees
Wonka,
back.
the original Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder. I had that for like a year, and the fee got so high they were like, just fucking have it. You got to go
It's
to
like a
like.
library book.
It was like 400-500 quid, and the guy was like, you know, what, just have it.
Oh my God.
I've still
So-
got it.
On the topic of
You should auction it off.
Yeah.
nostalgia, movies, we're gonna. It's a nice segue into reboots, because most of them, when somebody thinks reboot, they think movies. If you, what was your all-time favorite, hands down, movie when you were a kid? Something that you watched over and over and over, and never got sick of, and still don't get sick of today.
Ooh, I still watch. That's a good question. Well, slightly on that answer. The one film that I watched shitloads when I was a kid was Willy Wonka with Gene Wilder. But I just thought it was fucking awesome. But
$450 Willy Wonka. That's what
yeah,
we're gonna
I've got a
rename
fucking.
it.
But what did I watch that I liked? I still watch now. I couldn't even tell you. No.
No? I'll go
Nope.
first.
Yeah.
Short Circuit.
Never watched it.
Loved that movie. And I own the both of them on DVD. And even if they're on TV, I will sit down and watch and verbatim the whole movie.
I think the
I
one
don't-
film that I watched as a kid.
I don't know what it was, but it was amazing.
I think the film that I watched as a kid that I still watch now is Platoon, because I used to watch that with my dad.
God, you guys, I have 4.
Go on.
Okay. The Dark Crystal. I fucking love the Dark Crystal. Like, I even have like the little like pop dudes in the Dark Crystal.
Never seen
like
it.
Jim Henson's Creature Shop is amazing.
I'll have to get. I think that's on Netflix or Amazon Prime. We'll have to give it a watch.
It's so good. I love it. Like, it's total puppetry. And you got to remember, this movie, not the Age of Resistance, but just the Dark Crystal movie, was made like in 1981, 82. So I think it still holds up.
Yeah.
You know, for as old as this movie is. God, I can't believe I just said that. And then I love Fizzgag. That's actually my avatar on Netflix is Fizzgag.
Oh man.
Heavy metal.
Yep.
And for horror, I'm split down the middle between Poltergeist and John Carpenter's The Thing, because both of those movies as a child scared the shit out of me. So I'm like, there's my little world. Explains a lot, doesn't it?
So I think we just came up with a homework assignment for ourselves. Adam, you need to watch the most out of any of us.
Okay, so I have to watch it at work.
Short Circuit 1 and 2. I'll give you a pass if you just watch the original.
Yeah, I just watched the first one.
You gotta watch The Dark Crystal.
Oh, so good.
And I'm pretty sure you've already seen Poltergeist and...
Yeah, the original, yeah.
So.
Yeah. The Thing was brilliant. The remake of The Thing.
Oh, fuck. Fuck those things.
But the only remake that I liked was Evil Dead, because it was made by the original producer and director, and it's what he wanted to do for the original film, but he didn't have the budget, and obviously the CGI and that wasn't there at the time. So it was just, I wouldn't say it was a better version, but it was just a better film, if that makes sense.
Well,
but I still fucking love the original.
And remake come in.
Yeah.
If it
Evil
was
Dead
the
2 was the best one.
director and producer with a larger budget, that's a remake.
Yep.
And to me, that's fine. Now, mind you, even some reboots are okay. Okay.
Like which ones, Josh? Like, in your opinion?
My opinion, mostly they're TV shows. So, Hawaii Five-0, the reboot, I find was better than the original. Magnum P.I., I find the reboot to be better than the original.
I haven't seen any of these reboots.
There's one more.
I haven't seen the original. I don't really watch cop shows. Not really a cop show person. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is about the extent of my cop show, and that's just having it on in the background.
That's about as cop show as The Office.
Yeah, I don't do cop shows or cop films.
Fuck, what was the other one? It was right here until you had to say something. What the hell was it? No, it's gone. It might come back to me later. But as far as remakes,
I've got a remake, but I don't like it. I think it fails in comparison to the original.
I hope you say the same one I'm thinking of.
Clash of the Titans.
I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched the 80s version or the new one?
The new one.
See, I was thinking of Carrie.
I haven't seen Carrie.
The original?
No, I've seen the original. Of course I've seen the original, but not the remake.
Oh, the remake is horrendous. It's got that, what's her face in it? The girl out of Kick-Ass. Chloe...
Oh, Savini?
Mortis, or whatever her name is. The Kick-Ass girl. Can't remember what it was. Chloe Mortis. Yeah, that is her name, yeah. It's horrendous. Don't even bother watching it.
Anthony Ramella just brought up a really good point in a remake. Judge Dredd. I enjoyed watching the original from the
I love
90s.
the original.
Have you seen the remake?
Yeah, I still prefer the original.
I do
Never
too.
seen the original.
I do too. But because they had a larger budget, it looks better. It's not as cheesy.
The Angel
It's
Brothers is the
really
best.
the same story. But yeah, it's Sylvester Stallone. You can't get much better than that guy. Remakes. I mean, it's
See you
not
later,
really
vaping.
a
See you later, Skullface. Sorry.
Love that skull face.
it's really not a remake because it's not animated. Transformers.
Yeah.
As much as people, piss all over Michael Bay, he really brought the Transformers franchise to life.
I think so too, Josh.
Adding a live action to what used to be a cartoon in the 80s, I think it breathed new life into the franchise. Because Transformers had gone stagnant for a while. They had, done a few things with like Netflix and Hulu and whatnot, but the franchise, I think, before the first Transformers remake, the live action was made, it had just gone stagnant, and I was extremely excited to see that. And now,
the first one, I can get.
And now that they've announced that they're doing Beast Wars,
yeah, I'm kind of excited, dude. Robotic dinosaurs, I'm in.
Right. And so I was at like the end of Generation 3 Transformers, like the OGs, but I was right there at the beginning of Beast Wars and Beast Machines. And that was my shit next to Power Rangers. Loved it. Every minute of it. Saturday morning, bam, watch that shit. Tuesday afternoon after school, Power Rangers, watch that shit. And now that Ron Perlman was announced to be Optimus Primal, yeah.
You're like giggity.
Like all the nerdisms in my head are going
Yeah, Tribal Buddha just gave me like major flashback. He's talking about Aeon Flux. Dude, I was a liquid television whore. I loved that shit. I could eat, sleep, and breathe liquid television. And I really wish that they would like make it available. I know that there was like a DVD collection that you could buy like the whole thing. There's actually a really fun liquid television Instagram account that you can follow. And they are always posting like Winter Steel and Billy and Bobby, and it's quite fun.
So I think we're all pretty much on
watching Mighty Ducks, the animated series again, because they brought that back on Disney. Fucking still stands up.
DuckTales?
The Mighty Ducks, the animated series.
Oh, okay.
So
DuckTales was good as well.
They also remade the Mighty Ducks in a live action in more of a TV show series. And it's got Emilio Estevez in it and whatnot. So it kind of picks up like X number of years later. So there's still that old school feel to it, but it's with these new kids. And one thing that I find absolutely hilarious is that the new coach for the Ducks is one of the hockey players from Letterkenny. And I fucking love that show.
Andy Ramella, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was amazing. The film, the remake of the films were actually a good good films, both of them. I enjoyed watching.
Even the that 3D animated one that they did.
Well, I didn't see any. I've seen like the toys of it and that in the shop, but I never actually watched it.
The one with Johnny Knoxville as Michelangelo.
No,
Those were good. Those were pretty good. But again, that's another movie. The three originals are another movies that I will, if they're on, I just sit down and watch. I don't care what I'm in the middle of. Clean the house? Oh no, Ninja Turtles is on.
I think.
Is
I
there?
think... Go on, Angela.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Angela goes first.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, is there something that you guys missed that you wish would be rebooted or remade?
See, I'd have to say Mighty Ducks. Not Mighty Ducks. I said that. Bucky O'Hare. That'd be amazing remade. And you guys don't know what that is. It was the green space bunny.
No.
Mm-mm.
I used to go fight.
We didn't have that here.
Oh, I swear it was an American show. But...
What? So, all right. So a cartoon. Darkwing Duck.
I'm gonna go really far back, which I know, like, get your 40 and up card out and see if you guys remember this one. How was it? Star Blazers.
Nope.
Does anybody remember Star Blazers and the battleship Yamota? It was amazing.
No, I don't remember any of that. Tasmanian Devil. That should be redone. That TV show was brilliant. I fucking loved anything like that.
The Benny Hill Show. Hell yeah.
Just trying to read all these comments.
This is great, you guys. Like, this is... But, you know, I think eventually they're going to start coming back around.
Bucky.
Yeah, Ian Carterman knows what I'm talking about. Hell yeah.
Bucky O'Hare was here in the States.
Really?
Bucky O'Hare and the Toad Wars.
Blazers. Look, I see all my 40 and up people.
It debuted in 1991 in the States and 1992 in the UK.
It was one of the greatest shows. It was trippy as fuck.
It was co-produced by Marvel and Hasbro.
I had all the toys. Oh my, that program was epic.
Why do I not remember this?
Oh my God. I'm going to have to drop some images of Star Blazers in our Discord because I fucking loved this shit.
You know what else I'd like to see, like a live action of? Gargoyles.
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah,
that would be good.
Yeah, they put that on that Disney Plus.
Yes, they did.
I smashed through the first season of that. That was fucking brilliant.
Okay, so the rabbit with the pink hair and the pink dot on her head, she looks familiar.
Bucky O'Hare. Okay,
but Bucky doesn't, and I don't know why.
Yeah, no, that was a great show. If you get time, just watch the intro, and you'll bring back the memories. Anybody in chat remember Bucky O'Hare? Space Jam. Remember that's what brought this whole show about.
Yes.
I loved the original Space Jam. I had the jerseys, I had the toys.
Down. Original Space Jam. There will be no better. Tribal, thank you for your service. Yeah. New Space Jam, I think I made it 35 minutes in, and I went, nope, done. And it's not because of LeBron James and his lack of acting skills. It was the way it seemed way too forced, way too brought into the new century, new generation, sorry. And
yes, the SNES game of Bucky O'Hare. Sorry.
Why do you need Don Cheadle? Nobody needs Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, you're out.
It's like the same era, which I hope they don't remake. It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh
Fucking
God, I
love that movie.
love that movie.
Even to this
Love
day,
that movie.
even though it looks
Love.
shit, it's still an epic film.
No, it's amazing. Like I have a Who Framed Roger Rabbit T-shirt. Like we are diehard because it's the classic Hollywood noir,
Yeah.
like shit that fucking eat. I love it. Love it.
That was such a good film, and they should never remake that. But you know, give it a couple more years when they've got no more fucking ideas. They're gonna murder it.
Well,
And that's
see,
what, like I agree with Anthony. It's like come up with something new.
Yeah.
that's the thing. They're running out of ideas, so they're going back into the archives going, what the fuck can we bring these people back? Because now they're 35, 40, 45 years old. They won't remember shit.
You guys realize that like probably in a couple years we're probably going to get a goddamn Titanic remake. I mean, really, this is going to happen.
Don't get me wrong, I loved the movie. I really did. I enjoyed that movie. But...
But do you need to see it twice?
No. No.
Okay, here's a question for you. It's not really to do with remakes or reboots, but it's to do with movies. Is there a film that when it comes on the TV, you have to watch it to the end?
Star Wars.
You on Star Wars? What about you?
Hands down.
Man, also Star Wars, but add your favorite thing in the whole world. If there's a Harry Potter movie on, like September, the whole month of September, I'm like, it is Harry Potter month in this house. I'm like, let's make some butterbeer and watch some movies. Yeah, I'm that nerdy.
See, mine's The Green Mile.
Oh, that's a good
That
movie.
was a good one, too.
Whenever that comes on, I have to watch it to the end. Even if it's like 1 in the morning, I feel I've got to go to bed, and I turn that TV over and The Green Mile's on, I end up having to watch it to the end.
Yeah.
Yep. Addie Tooney's in the house.
Yeah, Addie Tooney.
Okay, here's a question for you.
Okay.
Is there an old film that you would like to see remade?
Let's bring this into chat too. Let's guys answer these questions, man.
Yeah.
An old film that I'd like to see remade.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's shit or good, we don't even think about it. Just we'd like to see someone take fresh eyes of it and redo it.
Yes. I want to see, and you guys, okay, have to understand, like, I grew up watching this movie. So, and I fucking love Joan Crawford. I want to see, like, Daughter Dearest, but told from the perspective of, like, Joan Crawford to Christina. Because all we saw in Mommy Dearest was Christina's to Joan. And not the other, like, why did she drink so much? Why did she scream at her daughter? Like, I want to see, like, the other side of the story.
Yeah.
I think that would be really interesting. And that, I think that that's what Hollywood is missing is there's always, you know, three sides to every story. Right. And, you know, that's one thing that I have to say that I really loved about Disney's Maleficent, because we've all seen Sleeping Beauty 1,000 times. Okay, well, this is told from the perspective of Maleficent. Everybody's like, oh, she's bad. She's a horrible person. I think they did a really fucking good job with that, because it was like, this is why she did what she did. Love that.
See, I never saw Sleeping Beauty. To this day, I still haven't seen it. But I liked Maleficent. I watched both of them, and I actually really enjoyed the films. But I've never seen Sleeping Beauty. But I agree with Trouble With The Great Escape would be amazing if they remade that.
Rocky Horror too.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Whoa! What?
Dude,
you have to go to a theater and do like the whole initiation. Oh, so much fun! It's so great to see live.
They used to do that here in Bristol, Rhode Island. It would be like a whole thing.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
So I've got two. Beetlejuice.
Ooh, that.
Yeah.
And The Lost Boys.
Oh, that would be so hard though. That movie, I think, needs to stay in the 80s.
I don't think they should remake Beetlejuice because I still love it now. It's,
Oh man, juice.
You know that town is not far into Maine, right?
oh, I did
Hmm.
that.
Mm-mm.
Even the town from Casper the Friendly Ghost when they
Oh,
did
I
that
never saw
movie.
really?
that.
I fucking love
You
that
never
so
watched that
much.
movie, Angela?
Oh,
You
I've
never
never
watched
seen it.
Casper?
No. I grew up on the cartoon as a kid, but I've never seen Casper.
With Christina Ricci and Bill Pullman?
Mm-mm.
Watch it.
Mm-mm.
oh, I love
Homework.
Casper. To this
Homework.
day, we still watch it. I watch it twice a year. Okay,
Um.
so my two would be Quatermass in the Pit. Have you ever seen the old Hammer horror film based in London? And it's to
What's
do
it called?
with Quatermass in the Pit.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's do you know Hammer horror? The old, it's an old,
Yeah.
yeah, it's an old Hammer horror film. It's based in Hobbs Lane, which is an underground station, and they dig and they found a spaceship and then these ginormous alien bugs. Fucking brilliant film. They need to remake that. That would be good. And Christopher and what's his name? Cushing. He's used to do the old horror films. He's dead now. It's an old film called The Abominable Snowman. It's an old black and white film. It's done in
Hell
one
yeah.
room. Peter Cushing.
Oh,
Remember?
Peter Cushing. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
He was like 19 in this film. And it is one of the greatest films. All they've done is they've painted a gorilla suit white. And it's called The Abominable Snowman. Oh,
I've got to look up a young Peter Cushing because I don't even know what he looks like young. Oh my gosh. He looks so different.
yeah.
The never-ending story.
Oh.
Oh,
You want to see it redone?
That deserves to
I
be
don't think it
not
could hold
rebooted.
up, Josh.
not rebooted, remade.
I don't
Bigger
think
budget.
it could hold.
I don't know. I don't know. But for anything that could have used a giant Hollywood budget, that movie.
do you know what would be really interesting to see remade? And it would take the film to a different level and it would probably ruin it, but you'd like to see Nosferatu being a silent film and actually
Yes.
put colour and sound
Yep.
to it. That could be really interesting. I'm surprised no one's actually tried to do it.
Look, Hollywood, we're here. We're here. We're giving you guys ideas.
In 3 years, if they
Pay
redo
us.
any of this, yeah, I'm going to go
Right.
to them and ask us for a check. We'll split
Yep.
it 3 ways.
Yeah, we need Across the Pond will now collect our royalties. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
You need ideas? Give us a call.
Yeah, that's right.
I think
just-
Nosferatu could be interesting.
I think it could be too.
Definitely.
Because that film scared the shit out of me, even though there's no sound at all to it. Well, there's obviously music, but that was
Like the
epic.
Blair Witch remake. Oh God. Oh.
Oh, I didn't even like the original.
Oh, I love the original, but I saw it when no one knew and like that it was fake. We thought we were watching a real People Are Missing.
I saw it because I was way too young to see it in the cinema, so I waited till it come out on
Oh,
VHS.
So I think we all stand pretty much the same. That most reboots that have come out fucking suck.
fucking suck. Especially a lot of the Disney live. Oh God, please stop making these.
Or is
Some
that
of them
like
are
the-
so bad.
Is that like the
Alright,
Lion King when they made it with like
That
real
was
animals?
horrible.
I
I've never
haven't
seen that.
I haven't seen that. I've heard that it was shit. I enjoyed Beauty and the Beast,
Eh,
and I enjoyed parts of Aladdin.
Oh,
I enjoyed I'm sorry, oh my God, the Jungle Book. That one to me was the most follow the story, the Rudyard Kipling like
Have
story.
I seen that?
I thought that one was the best one.
I think
I
so.
just I've got another one for a remake. Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Yeah.
How awesome would that be for a remake? Fucking
Can
love
Marilyn Manson be the child catcher? Because that would be epic.
Yes.
You Control Catch, isn't that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. It is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Either way.
But he would be so scary as that. I love it.
So yeah, generally speaking,
Nice.
reboots suck.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
And when something's remade, it seems that they do a bit more research into it versus when they reboot something.
Yeah.
How did everybody? All right, so I know where I stand. How did everybody feel about Cobra Kai?
Never saw it.
I love it.
Love it.
I love it. It is
have you
so
seen
well
the original
done.
Karate Kid movies?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
All three of them.
Yeah, I did like the remake with Will Smith's kid in it. I fucking
Oh,
hate
fuck
it.
that. No.
But Karate Kid, I loved that as a kid. We used to run around with the old dressing gown cords around our waists when we was kids and just kick shit out of each other. But I never saw the TV show.
I loved. See, I didn't start watching it until it came to Netflix, so I was already behind when everybody was watching it on YouTube. When it was brought to Netflix and Netflix up, ooh, this is gonna be good. So I watched I binged the whole first season, and I went, I need more. And now we're waiting on season 4. And they've announced that they are renewed up to season 6.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's just keep that train rolling because I love like the duality. It's like, oh, you think Daniel's this great guy. Well, here's Johnny's side. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Ian, yeah, you're right. It's not a remake, but it kind of is in a sense. It is a continuation of the story,
It's
but
well done.
it's well done. So that we're gonna throw that in.
Anthony's right. Cobra Kai is turning into Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah, it kind of did take a bit of a sexy turn, didn't it?
Oh, I see. Moby, I never really watched Black Mirror. I watched the first episode when he was fucking a pig or something, and I was like, oh, I can't be asked. Fucking just turn this shit over. I can take fucked up shit, but that was just fucking ridiculous. But apparently it gets a lot better, but that sort of tainted me. Didn't want to sit through any more of them. I'm very funny when it comes to what I want to watch. I'll get a wild hair up my ass and watch something random. But I generally stick to the same shows and just rewatch them. But me and T have got a show that we watch twice a year. And we just keep going back because you know that you're going to like it. And it's generally comedy stuff that we watch. Horror films we watch all the time, but it's normally old horror films or old action films. But I just watched today. What's I watched? Valerian. What a load of shit.
I think I've heard of that.
It's got that British model girl in it. What's that? Cara, whatever her face is. It's like a science fiction thing. That was the worst 2.5 hours of my life. And it just puts me off of watching anything new. Because if I want to watch something, I want to watch something good. So I'll go back and watch the old Indiana Jones or like Commando or anything like that. I'm more than happy just to sit there and watch that.
Okay, guys, I have a confession. Guess what I've been watching?
Oh boy.
What year is it? I've been watching Xena.
Oh
my
yeah.
God, I forgot about Xena War.
I've been watching fucking Xena. I'm like, there's 6 episodes on Tubi, and I'm like, what year is it? Let's go.
Fuck you, 2021.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, most of the stuff now is just a load of shit.
This was just mindless and fun. And
Yeah.
that's what I think. That's like, I'm like, I think that's why I'm gravitating towards it.
We
I don't
we
know whether
rewatch
you have it over
old
there,
series all the time.
but is the majority of your shows ever over there like fucking reality shit?
Yeah, and I hate that shit.
Oh,
Right now,
we got
yes.
some
In the
shit called
past,
Gogglebox. So you watch people watching TV,
Oh God,
and it's like the biggest show since sliced bread. And you're like, I
no.
don't want to sit here and watch different couples watching TV and commenting. It's like Dave and Deirdre are watching this film, and then yeah, it's like an hour of that. It's like, no, thank you. Or we have like The Only Way is Essex, which is following a bunch of 20-year-old millionaires whose one of their dads owns a biscuit factory or something, and it's just following their lives when they go and get shit faced and fuck each other. You're like,
See,
I don't
I'm
really want
just
to watch shit like that.
I lost interest in reality TV like after the Osbournes and the Girls Next Door. Like that was
Yeah.
about the only reality TV I was like, oh hey, that's interesting.
Yeah. 90% of our stuff is all like that.
Yeah, no. Oh God.
They need to bring back decent stuff. Bring back Claudia Black and Farscape. See, I never watched Farscape. I watched the first episode of Firefly the other day.
I've never seen it.
oh,
I know you're clapping, but I just thought
it's an awesome show.
to me it was like they got someone that was obsessed with Western films and someone that was obsessed with like sci-fi films, and they just both tried to get their ideas in. To me, I didn't find it enjoyable at all.
Well, I think, and the point of that is you're set so far into the future and into like a futuristic way of life that there was the rebels and this other faction that's trying to get them to conform, and they ended up, the rebels ended up losing the war and were banished to the outer rim. So think of it, whereas the East Coast in the United States was at a time better off than the West, the Old West. So it's kind of a play on history.
Yeah, I personally didn't find it enjoyable at all. That's the
Fuck
great
you,
thing.
Captain Mal is the best. Brown coats for life.
Nathan Fillion. I'm not
Yeah.
overly keen on him. I got through it and I was like, I ain't watching one of those. But no, I'm so fucking picky and stuff. And if I look at it and I go, I ain't even gonna watch it. It could be
Ian, they had a Knight Rider remake in the early 2000s, and it was okay, but it didn't go far enough at all. So having a remake of the remake, or having a complete forget about the 2000s and then remake the original Knight Rider, yeah, I can see that happening and being pretty good.
It's Fantastic Four. I didn't like that Fantastic Four film.
Which one?
Well, the only one that I saw. I don't
'Cause
know.
there's three of them.
Oh, then I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, there's
Whatever one I
Fantastic
watched was
Four,
horrendous.
and then Fantastic Four and the Rise of the Silver Surfer, and then there's a newer Fantastic Four that was only like within the last 6 to 8 years.
What's Gummo? We need to make Sloan watch Gummo. Never even heard of it.
I have no idea what the hell Gummo is.
Get the old Google out and have a look. Gummo. It's better not bring some horrendous shit up in my phone.
Experimental drama film.
God, that looks. Yeah, no, thank you. I look like it could be fucking nightmares.
I don't recognize anybody in the cast list either. Maybe Chloe Sevigny, but
See, what I did watch the other week, which was quite an old film, which I was really, really impressed with, was The Machinist with Christian Bale. Have you ever seen that when he dropped all that weight and he was like he didn't sleep, didn't eat, and that was such a good film. It's worth watching.
No, but he also did a really good job in Ford versus Ferrari.
No,
Um, Fantastic Four. It's not 90210. Who's got the 90210 fetish?
the dude who did Kids.
Oh, kids.
God, that movie is so disturbing.
It is.
I watched it once.
Never
That
again.
was enough. Never again.
Kids was interesting. If that is a huge if, you can find it.
Yeah.
It's either A, gonna be on Betamax or on VHS.
Yeah.
Because it has never seen the light of day on a disc. Nor do I think you can find it anywhere floating around the internet.
Yes, exactly. Don't make a Goonies remake.
No.
Now, I
Goonies
heard
alone.
that they're going to, that they're all grown up and that they have to come back together. I know. I'm like, man, I don't know about
See,
this.
they're doing something like that with The Sandlot.
Oh,
I never
love
saw The
Sandlot
Sandlot.
Kids.
Never seen it.
That was a good film.
Anyway, SLC Punk, anybody?
Yeah, that's
Suburbia. I never saw SLC Punk. Suburbia, yes, with Flea in it.
You've never seen SLC Punk with
that's the one
very,
with,
very
Shaggy.
young Matthew Lillard?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that was a good film.
We've all got some homework to do.
I guess so.
So have any of you seen Romper Stomper with Russell Crowe?
So we do all this homework, and it's not
That's-
for the next episode, but when we come back and do our Movies V2 episode, that's where this is going to shine.
I got a lot of shit to watch, you guys. Thank you for exploiting how much I suck and how much I've never seen all these things.
Oh, man. Do we have anything else? You guys...
SFW was a damn good movie, Mowgli. I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack kicks ass.
SFW?
So fucking what?
Nope.
No.
Oh, Hackers.
Hackers.
That was good. I love the interaction with chat.
Mm-hmm.
You get some good ones out of them.
Chat knows what's up.
Definitely.
They're helping me expand horizons. Ooh, Event Horizon.
Goonies with
great
Thanos and
movie.
Dub Music.
That's the guy out of Jurassic Park, was in there, wasn't it?
Sam Neill.
I love
Have
that
you
film.
seen In the Mouth of Madness?
No.
Oh, it's like, okay. Are you a Stephen King fan?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Sam Neill, and you just need to watch it. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, as a writer, this movie disturbs the fuck out of me, and I love it.
Oh, is it an older film?
It is. But it's Sam Neill, and there's a big writer, and his name is something Kane. Shit, what the hell? It's like you can tell it's a play on Stephen King.
Michael?
Sawyer Kane? Sawyer Kane?
Solomon?
No.
I'm just throwing
Shit.
names out now.
Stoddard Kane? Now I can't remember, but it's great. Adam, watch it and we'll talk. You'll be like, what the fuck?
So Anthony,
was it in
Anthony
the Mouth
come
of
up with-
Madness?
In the Mouth of Madness.
anybody
I
got
love
a
Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Fuck yeah.
Anybody got a favorite sports-related movie?
No,
Space Jam.
not me. I'm not a sports person.
Blades of Glory.
I do have a sports movie that I
I, Tanya, does that count as sports movies?
It probably does. Yeah, it's figure skating, isn't it?
Right. A little knee whacking, it's fine.
The Blind Side. Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
It was based on a true story as well. And it was a really good movie.
Is it Thunder, the Tom Cruise film?
Oh, Days of Thunder.
Days
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 of
of
Thunder.
That was the first film I ever watched in surround sound,
Oh wow.
and I just watched the intro over and over again. It was fucking brilliant. Yeah, no other sports films.
Radio. Tribal Buddha just brought up Radio with is it Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Okay, any of you a Silence of the Lambs fan?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think of Hannibal and the Red Dragon? What one is your favorite out of the three? What one is your worst?
Silence of the Lambs, and I would have to say the worst would be Red Dragon.
I agree with that. But Hannibal was okay.
See,
Just okay.
I only watched Hannibal once. I tried watching it again, couldn't get into it. Well, I really like Red Dragon.
And I share a birthday. See, we're starting to get into like movies now, and this is going to be its own episode. I think our first movies episode was over 2 hours long.
Yeah, I think it was, and it was no screen either, was it?
Yeah. Definitely. Is there a limit on how long you can go live on YouTube for? Because
yes.
that's what the next movies is going to be.
There's an unwritten limit, but we do know some shows that come for like 4 or 5 hours.
No, I think it's actually like what 23 hours and 55 minutes. I think.
Yeah.
There is actually a limit.
Yeah, those 24-hour live shows cut off at 5 minutes before the 24-hour mark.
Done plenty of those.
I watched the tail end of the vaping trucker one, and they were cutting it off 5 minutes beforehand because you wouldn't be able to populate it. Granted, it's not around for review anyway, but still.
I've got a question for you guys. I know you both read books. I'm not a big reader, but
I don't read. The fuck?
But you have read. Is there a book that you've read that you would love to be turned into a film?
Yes.
Go on.
And it kind of already is, but I don't think it's fair. The book written by Nancy Spungen mother called "And I Don't Want to Live This Life," about Nancy Spungen, Sid Vicious's girlfriend, and all of her struggles. But who she is, like, she had a lot of mental health issues. So they, you know, when you watch the like original Sid Nancy, all you see is her like Sid, you know, like acting like Nancy. But there was more to her than what I think people realize. I think that would be an awesome movie, but I just don't know who would play a good Nancy. I would say a very young Courtney Love would be awesome, but she's you know, too aged for the role.
Yeah.
Face it, she's Courtney Love.
No. I love Courtney Love. Like, I love her. Love her.
You got one, Josh?
Yeah, but it's already been remade and poorly.
What was that?
Goosebumps.
Ooh.
As a kid, I absolutely loved the Goosebumps series, and I had like all of them. And when they announced that they were making a Goosebumps movie, and it turned into this childish fucking why.
So I remember the TV show. I think that was an American. That was great when I was a kid. With a little Labrador with a green glowing eyes at the end of the intro. They just scared the crap out of me. But yeah, no, I wasn't over keen on the films. My wife just bought all the Goosebumps books. She wants to read them again. But I had one, but I don't know whether it's been remade or not. The only book that I read as a kid was The Indian in the Cupboard.
Oh, they
That
did
was a
make
good
a
movie.
movie.
They
That
actually
was a
did
good
make a movie.
Yes, they
Yeah.
Oh,
did.
see, I didn't know they did that. Yeah, no, that was a great book when I was a kid. I'll have to watch that. What year was that? Is it an old film?
It's a
Yeah.
90s movie.
Yeah. Mid 90s, I think.
Oh, I'll have to give that a watch. But blimey, we're already an
1985.
hour and 42 minutes in.
I know. We just did this little trip down memory lane, like with scalpers.
I've gotten the remark. So let's start wrapping it up because we're running long. Closing remarks. Anybody got anything else that they want to just throw right in there other than our homework assignments?
Anything?
Don't have much of anything. We've said what we wanted to. We came here to say, and then some. So I think we're good on that. I want to roll in and start thanking our lovely sponsor, Anthony Ramella and Shake and Bake Media. Go follow the both of them on Instagram. Give them a shout for any of your multimedia needs. He is a wizard with the Photoshop, and just pulled this idea out of our heads. We wanted something stupid and funny that kind of related to all of us, and he pulled it together and gave it to us. I don't think there's anybody else in the industry that can do that. You can also see his work on Codename Wired, Weekend Bullshit, and Mixing It Up. So he's kind of all over the place. Thank you again to our two lovely patrons, Hope and Frankie Undy.
Yeah.
We would like to see some more people rolling in because we've got some more ideas just to throw at the patrons only, some behind the scenes ish, if you will. Closing it out, social media. You can find me, the Vaping Jedi, on Instagram. You can find Across the Pond on Facebook and on SoundCloud. Hit up our Patreon. And where are we finding you two lovely people?
Go on, Angela.
All right, you guys can find me on Instagram at Angela Goes First, and I haven't been very active because, as you know, I am in the hell of selling my house. So I try to get on there when I can. You know, haven't written in a while, but you can follow me at argentlyangela.com if you want to, go read up on some cool old stuff. Again, I will get everything settled once I move. That is like the number one priority. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to give just a quick message before we finish. Make sure you support your local vape shop, independent shops. The only reason I'm saying that is today, yes, it was today, yeah, I was down where I grew up and I went and visited a local independent vape shop and just had a chat. And it just made me realise that there's still guys sitting up in shops trying to make a living. They're not there to make millions. They're there to
Right.
help people stop smoking, and they're there to help you out. He had amazing deals. You could buy a bottle if you bought a starter kit, he threw in a pack of coils and a bottle of liquid, and he was only spending 30 quid. And it just made
Wow.
me think these guys are out there trying to get you the best deals. So if you've got a local vape shop, even go in and buy yourself a bottle of juice.
Yep.
It may be a couple of quid more than what is online, but you need to support these guys, especially over where you are, where yeah, unless you've got someone to sort you out online, all you've got is your brick and mortar. So make sure you go in there. But even just buy a test bottle. Say, oh, I've tried this for a quick $10-15. It might seem like a lot to you, but it's a world to them. But yeah, sorry, I just wanted to give that message out there. Just please support your local shops. if you want to find me, I am not selling coils at this precise moment because I'm in the middle of building the new build rig and that, getting everything sorted. But I will be up and running again in a couple of weeks. So if you want to go look at the website, it's thecloudcarteluk.com, or hit me up on Instagram at thecloudcarteluk. Next week we have got another episode of Weekend Bullshit, and then the week after that we have got another one of these, and we have a codename Wired. So make sure you hit that notification bell and give everybody in the panel and everybody in chat, whatever size chat is on you up here, down there, give them all a follow, look after yourselves, look after each other, and be nice. Don't be a
Yes, that's right.
That's it from me.
Does anybody have any shout outs? I know I have one, and it could probably go for the three of us because he kind of needs it right now. We collectively are going to shout out Lethal Coils.
Yes.
We're going to shout out Chris. Chris is an OG from, God, before even the Vape Stew days. If you know Chris, or you just know him as Lethal Coils, he is probably one of the most down-to-earth, kind people that you will meet.
Yes.
He will do anything for anybody in this community. We need more people like him. We need to keep him in our thoughts. Reach out to him on Discord, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. Offer some kind words because he did just lose his family member. But that's our shout out because as of right now, nobody else really needs one.
Come join our Patreon, guys. Come join our Discord. Come follow us on Facebook. Like, just come hang out.
We're gonna do more and more things off of YouTube, and we're all looking forward to it. Songs for the playlist. Did everybody forget, or do we actually have them?
I remember. Let me just go get your pad. I'll be back in a sec.
Because I was typing halfway through the episode.
Well, that was smart of you. You came prepared for class, more prepared than I did.
Everybody in chat. We're going to pick a song from chat to add to the playlist as well. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite song or your wife's favorite song or your buddy's favorite song. Pick something. Throw something in chat and we'll randomly pick one.
Okay. Go on, Angela.
Of course, you're going to put me on the spot. I don't even have a pen. No, it's fine. I want to throw out NIB by Black Sabbath. My son has just put two and two together and realized he loves Ozzy. And he's realizing, wait, Ozzy had a band before Ozzy? So I'm going to go with one of my favorites, and that's NIB. I mean, my favorite is Fairies Wear Boots, but we'll go with NIB.
Nice.
I was listening to that
and then,
right?
I do too, dude. I can't get enough. And then the other one, I think I want to go with Friends by Led Zeppelin.
Oh, nice.
Very bluesy.
Excellent. Since he's still writing.
Go on, I'm ready.
This one's a bit close to me and Jen. This was played at our friend Mike's funeral. Private second class from the United States Army, Michael Butho, passed away in Iraq when he was brought home, and at his funeral they played his all-time favorite song, and it is Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. It came on today in the car on our ride to BJ's, and I got a little misty.
Yeah.
My second song, Just Because, Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind.
So I'm still writing. What was the last one?
Semi-Charmed Life.
Yeah.
By Third Eye Blind.
Okay. Well, my songs are a bit weird today. So I'm going with. Oh shit! I've just lost it. Penis. I'm going with. I'm going with Million Miles Away by the Offspring because that popped up the other day on Shuffle. And just because it's an absolute belter of a tune, Me and Mrs. Jones by Billy Paul. Have we got
Come on,
any?
guys. Keep those songs rolling in.
Oh, bit of Van Halen.
I like the reference, man.
Mary Jane's Last Dance.
So what are we going to pick? I'm not picking today. I'll leave it up to you guys.
Oh, Ern wants to change his.
He's like, hold on.
Hang on, I got something better.
Why did that sound like a cartoon character, Josh? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
It was great.
VCR, the double X.
What else we got? Iced tea. I don't drink.
Oh,
Go on, guys. What are you going to pick?
that's that. This is kind of hard.
Yeah.
This is kind of hard.
Why don't we mix it up and each one of you pick a song? We'll add 2 to the list.
All right. I'm gonna go with Mary Jane's Last Dance.
I knew you were going to go for that one.
Mowgli Vapes with the Mary Jane's Last Dance.
Got it?
And I'm going to go with This Is the Day by the.
Yeah, you really, you can't go wrong with Tom Petty.
I love Tom Petty.
Yeah. Well, that's it, everybody. Thank you once again for coming out and hanging out. It's been almost 2 hours, and you listen to the three of us just ramble on about nonsensical bullshit. But that's what this show was made for. It was never to be anything else but just hanging out. So, if there's not anything else, everybody's good?
We're good.
Awesome.
I'm good.
Thank you very much. Good night. We love you all. Come join that Patreon.
Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Keep on vaping.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Bye.
Bye.